Hey guys and dolls, I wanted to do a little bit of a follow-up from our live event that we had this past weekend, and if you want to watch that, I highly encourage you to watch that. That's the first link in the description below this video here, and I was addressing what the marketing process is basically and how you need to look at that. And of course, as is the way, my son came in and we got a little bit distracted, so I just wanted to clarify a little bit and then also bring into the mix to show you about the sales process as well. So I've got this side blocked off for just right now, so bear with me. But as I was talking about in the marketing process of your business, the very first thing that you're going to need to do before anything, and this is again in the marketing process, there's processes before marketing, like you need to determine your business model and things like that before you get into the marketing process. But let's say that those steps are already done, so you're now at the marketing process. The first thing you're going to need to do, whether it's an online business or an in real life storefront business, or a hybrid, or any kind of mix of the both of that, today you're going to have a website. So the first thing you have to do is create your website and then the lead capture page. Now, a lot of times people, if you're an advanced business person, if you've done businesses before, especially if you've done online marketing before, you can develop just a lead capture page and then develop the web page after. But this is for beginning people, and that's what Powerhouse Marketplace is all about. It's about, the beginners in the business world, or just trying to clarify because maybe your business isn't working just like you want it to. So again, step one, you've got to have that website and a lead capture page. Don't go crazy. You don't have to spend money on this. I have a whole bunch of videos about how you can do both of these for free. So, no panic there. We're just learning about the marketing process, okay? And then step two is going to be, you're going to tell everybody. And the way that you tell may be different, okay? But the goal is to get as many people as you can reached with whatever your marketing efforts are. And that can be something like a podcast, it can be emails, or even direct mail, it can be social media posts, it can be conversations in person, at some sort of a networking event, it can be being on a local radio show or TV show, it can be, any number of things. But basically you just want to get the word out, you want to talk about yourself, you want to get people talking about you, and all this happens right here in this area. And so you can see it's very busy, there's a lot going on, there's a lot of people here and a lot of information happening. And the whole point of this entire process of the marketing process is to get people to your landing page. Now you notice you're not getting them to your website, even though that was the very first thing you created up here in step one, okay? So when I was talking in the live show about the first thing you do is your website and then your lead capture page, but actually they come in reverse in the process, this is why. This gives you an illustration why. So again, step one, we've created the website and the lead capture page. Step two is we're talking about it all over the place, getting people to talk about it all over the place, and getting people to at least get to our lead capture page. Now notice what happens here from when you're in your marketing process. You may have a bunch of people talking about you, but once it really comes to the point of that they need to commit in some way, and on a lead capture page, I suggest you do no more than ask for their email address. Don't even ask for their name. Okay, just ask for their email address. You're going to have the bulk of the people drop out. Don't worry about that. That's what this entire process is for, is to get people basically in this group to raise their hand during this process and go, yeah, you know what? I think I am willing to hear what you have to say a little bit more. Okay, so that is the marketing process right there. It's really just that three-step process. Now, what I started going into during the live show was what happens after you get those leads. What do you do next? Well, what you're going to do next is the sales process, and it's just basically the marketing process flip-flopped, okay? Where we had the lead capture page and the website, talking about it to a bunch of people, getting them to the lead capture page to opt in and say, yeah, I want to see your website, I want to see your business, I want to see what you have going on. Well, once they've done that, you want to treat this group of people differently, but it's going to be almost the same process as the marketing process. You're going to talk to them. You're going to do special things just for them. You don't share this information with these people because they didn't raise their hand. They didn't commit to you. These people committed to your business, and so you want to treat them differently. Okay, so that's why, again, in the live broadcast, I was talking about how that sales process is almost like the marketing process. You're still going to be communicating with these people, but in a different way. All right, but you can see the systems and procedures can be almost identically the same of what media you're using, or if you're in person, you know, what media you're using. It can be the same process, but just for these people. So this is where, like, private hangouts, private webcasts, you know, emails just for these people. You're doing a live show just inviting to these people. You have a webinar or a seminar in person where only these people are invited to attend. Okay, again, don't cross this back over to here, because then you tick these people off and you lose a bunch of these people in the process. All right, so again, to recap from where we are now, step one, you got your website lead capture page. They end up flip-flopped here. You're going to start talking about things to a bunch of people. They're going to get to your lead capture page. These people are going to opt in, and you're not going to worry about the numbers decreasing here. That's what you want to have happen. They get to your website or business, whatever it might be in this process. Then you start talking to them again, talking to them again, talking to them again. That is eventually going to lead to your sales process. Now, this area in here may be very long. It may be very short. The worst thing to do is to get people from this group to opt in to your website, and then bang, you sell something huge to them. Okay, you've already gotten them to commit to you. So what would be wonderful in this step, part of this process, is to give these people something free as a thank you. It could be a discount to visit your actual store or your web store. It could be a PDF. It could be a private, you know, recorded video that's a thank you, or whatever. Okay, but do something at the beginning of that process that's no charge, and then you're going to, again, continue the process of marketing to them in a different manner during the sales process until they purchase. Now, you may have one type of item that they can buy. You may have several, all right? But notice again what happens. You're going to have a bunch of these people drop out, and they're only going to, you know, just a few people are going to do the sales, and that's okay. Don't get freaked out when you see numbers dropping, okay? You are lucky from this group here, if you're counting traffic that's just raw traffic numbers, to opt-in percents, and that can be open email rates or anything. You're going to be lucky if this percent in here is 2 to 5%, all right? 2 to 5%. And again, from here to here, 2 to 5%. So from that based alone, you can start seeing how many people you have to come into the marketing process, how many percent you want opt-in in order to get sales. Because if you have 100 people here, 100 people will not opt in. That does not mean you're going to get 100 sales. Don't make that newbie mistake, all right? It's almost a tenfold amount to get one sale of how many original traffic that you need. Now, the more skilled you get in this process, the higher this percentage is going to be. You might end up getting, you know, 50% here, and you might get 10 to 50% in here. Sometimes you can get 90 to almost 100% in here, depending on how you treat this process and how, you know, intimate you get with this group of people. All right. So again, step one, you got to have your website and lead capture page, and then we go into the marketing process, talking it up, sharing the information, gets lots of people to your lead capture page. Then in that step right here, a lot of people are going to drop out, and that's okay, but you identify these people as differently. They're at your store or website or combination. You start talking to these people in the sales process area, and then that's going to lead to your sales. All right, and then the number 5 thing of the entire process is follow up and follow through. All right, whatever you tell these people in here, you better follow through with it. Whatever you tell these people in here, you better follow up with them over and over again, because your goal on this side, where this side is to get a sale, this side is to get a lead. All right, so you can see how literally you can divide this down the middle, and it's almost the identical process, but you treat things just a little bit differently. I hope that this clarified a lot of what we were talking about in that live event, and I would love for you to come on over to powerhousemarketplace.com, and you can get a free VIP membership. Simply look for the yellow button at the top banner area of that website, and you'll learn how to get into Powerhouse Marketplace, into their free VIP membership area. So on that note, guys and dolls, y'all have a delicious, delightful, delirious day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.